Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing my current Accutane foundation routine. I guess that's what I'd call it basically. It's a foundation routine that is geared towards people who are on Accutane or people who have very dry skin and also struggle with acne. So yeah, that seems to explain it. Let's just get right into it. First, I'm going to prime my face with the Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream. I would use the other Maybelline BB Cream, but this has 2% salicylic acid and it's also moisturizing, so it's really good. Keeping your skin moisturized will help prevent your skin from caking. I'd like to also mention that I already moisturized my face with Cetaphil and all these other products that you can see in my Accutane Essential Products video that I will link right here. So yeah, it'll keep it moisturized, which will prevent any fine lines or creasing, and it's also just good to keep your skin moisturized when you're on Accutane because it's dry. So I'm just going to take about that much, not much at all, and I'm just going to almost apply it like a moisturizer and really concentrate it on the areas that I'm breaking out. This will also help give you a base for a nice even skin tone. Before I do my foundation, I'm going to prime the under eyes because those crease a lot on me. They're dry already, and with Accutane they're already creasing a lot. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of this underneath my eyes just to help it from creasing, keep it in place, you know. This is just the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. It's $1, so I got it. Then I'll just work that in with my ring finger. Alright, then for my foundation, I'm going to be mixing two. I would just use MAC Mineralize Skin Finish because it's great for dry skin and it gives a really nice, natural, glowy sort of finish, but it's not enough coverage. So I'm going to be mixing in the Revlon Colorstay for dry skin. A MAC Mineralize Skin Finish is in the color NW20, and I'm using the color 180 Sand Beige for Revlon. I made sure to get the dry skin one. I had the oily combo skin one before, but now my skin is dry, so I got the dry one. So I'm first just going to take a little bit of this, boop, and then let's say 2 pumps of Mineralize. Then I'm just going to mix it together with my finger, dab the excess on my face. I'm going to be taking my ecotools. I don't know the name of this. It's just a flat top brush. I use it to buff in my foundation. I think it's meant for whatever. I like to buff it in because it prevents any lines from creasing. Really works into the skin. I notice when I don't use a buffing brush right now on my skin, it creases like in a minute. Like I put it on in powder and it creases in a minute. So buffing brushes, any buffing motions will really help prevent that creasing because it really works into the skin. Whereas a paddle brush will sort of, it'll be good and it'll help, but it won't really help prevent your makeup from creasing, and a sponge will crease like no other, and it'll also absorb a lot of the product, especially with these moisturizing foundations. Sponges can absorb the product and you'll end up wasting a lot. So I just prefer using this. It's a synthetic brush, so it really won't absorb any of the product. And I will just buff it in. I don't even know, I buff, but I also really stipple it on because it really helps with the coverage. And stippling it also helps prevent any, like, picking up any flakes on your skin. And always make sure to blend it down. And I really work it all over my brush. You don't want to get like a glob in the middle of your brush because that will not distribute it evenly. Normally I do my under eye concealer before my foundation, but because my skin has been so dry, I've been doing that I've been putting on my foundation and seeing if I need it and then putting it on, because putting on way too many products underneath your eyes can really, the more products you put, the higher chance you have of the makeup creasing. So, and we all know creases ain't cute. I'm not going to worry too much about my forehead because I'm just going to cover it with my hair because I'm on Accutane and don't feel like doing anything fancy. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of the MAC Pro Longwear and get it all over my brush and sort of dab it all over my face. I realized my foundation was just a little bit too dark. I've been using a lot of self-tanners recently, so that washed off and I haven't done it in a few days. So I just needed to lighten up my foundation a little bit, so I just took a little bit of this and worked it all over my face and neck just to lighten it a shade or two. fix some of those blemishes if you want more of a full coverage sort of face, but I don't want it to look like I'm wearing too much makeup, so it's okay if parts of the blemishes show through a little bit. You know, it kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic if you think of it. But yeah, so now that I have that all done, I'm gonna set it all with my Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. I'm not going to use too much because, like I said, my skin is dry and I don't need to. And I'm just going to take my Sigma F30 brush, get it all over, get the excess off, and just tap it all over lightly. Don't rub, because honestly, that's just going to move your foundation around and it's going to like take the foundation off of the pimples, if that makes sense. It's just, you don't need to, buffing it in doesn't really do much in my opinion unless you're really going for a full coverage sort of look. I'm not going to powder at all under my eyes with that powder. Instead, I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. This is a really nice fine mill setting powder that's great for under your eyes. It's much finer than most powders, so I'm just going to take that in my Real Techniques contour brush and just do a little bit underneath my eyes. Alright, brows done. I used Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's my favorite. I use it in the color Ash Blonde. Next, I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix Foundation in the shade NW15. I'm about at an NW20 right now, so this is just a little bit lighter. And first, I'm just going to take my MAC 129 brush, get a little bit on there, just put a little bit on top of my cheekbones to add a little bit more dimension to my face. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to clean up my eyebrows. I'm just going to take my Sigma Tapered blending brush, I don't know the number, it's rubbed off, and take that same color and just put that right underneath my eyebrows on my brow bone. It'll sharpen up that brow bone while also highlighting. And then I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid just to give myself an even skin tone, and really work it into that inner corner so it brightens up the eye, makes you look awake, you know. Then maybe just a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Then for mascara, I'm just going to use a little bit of L'Oreal Telescopic. I like it because it doesn't voluminize. I just use mascara to recoat my lashes and give them an overall color, especially when you put on foundation. You might get foundation on your eyelashes, so putting a mascara on sort of gives you that color back to your eyelashes and you don't look albino. Now I'm going to do my hair, BRB. Finally, because I do have quite a bit of makeup on, I'm actually going to finish it with MAC Fix Plus. This technically isn't a finishing spray, it's a refreshing spray, but I'm going to use this to keep my makeup from getting cakey and gross throughout the day, and I'll often like spray this on my face and it replaces any touch-ups. It sort of revitalizes my makeup, so I'm just going to do that all over my face. So that's the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. If you want any more tutorials or lessons or anything related to Accutane or anything else, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know any comments, questions, or suggestions in the comment box below, and make sure to be subscribed so you can see all my videos as soon as they come out. See you later!